EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touched back, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Not much there, maybe a yard. At the 22-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down and 9. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mims sent in motion here. To the air now on 1st and 10. Going for it all. That's caught! And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll go with him again. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Sentinels. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down, taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Throwing now from the gun. Pass right side to Downs. So that's a good bounce back there. They'll get this back very close to that 1st down marker.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. He's got it! And he will go all the way. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Up the middle they go. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. For any offense, that's even... when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Mims sent in motion here. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. In motion, Shakir. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll look to throw. Intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. Still going. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick-6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Little now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick-6. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
The biggest ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
3rd and 9. Back to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Sentinels have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Latu there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give on the ground. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Sentinels are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is caught. And he will score. At 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Colts move out to a 24-10 lead. following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Now a give up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
3rd and a yard. For the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. On left side, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone yet again. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his 3rd of this game. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with it.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Colts. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts are going to extend their lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They bring the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They get big yardage on the deep ball. It's a gain of 34. Mims sent in motion here. Back to the air one more time. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be intercepted. He works free, right side. He's to the 40, to the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Indy. Well, it does try a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with the big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This one complete right side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And the Colts are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Colts 45, Sentinels 10.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2.
Cam Little to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to...
At their own 28-yard line.
The third quarter begins with a run. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Right back to him on first down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. handoff as they try to run it here. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down. Now, faking the give. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And that one incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Sentinels will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a run going left. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Good recovery after the penalty. He's back within a couple of yards of that 1st down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
A gain there of 10 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On 1st down, right back to White. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
They'll run with White. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. One more time, it's White. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Sentinels. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They face second down and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Colts about to kick this one away. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Now give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts.
Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up
Second down and 3.
10-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Little now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Mims sent in motion here. They'll look to throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. It's the safety, Julian Love.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
A tough spot here. Third and long. On third down, here's a run by Taylor.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Now a second timeout called by the defense. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. 3 for 3 in the game as this one is also good. And the Colts add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. He connects with Mims. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making. And I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
He'll drop to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be taken down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll try to run with White. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Third down and 9. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. The Colts about set to punt. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. He'll return it from the 11. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10. Tight end on the move left. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. It's Hutch. Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Colts. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.